After the encounter with Huggy Wuggy, the player falls into the place where the monsters were created. This is not the factory. This is a hidden laboratory of Playtime Company, where failed experiments were kept. And this is where it becomes clear. The toys are no longer acting on their own. Someone is controlling them. The player wakes up in a narrow technical corridor. Lights flicker. Some doors are broken from the inside. Old experiment labels cover the walls. Storage units are open and empty. This is not a production area. This is containment. And within seconds, it becomes clear. The player is not alone. The first contact doesn't happen face to face. A sound comes from inside a ventilation shaft. Movement, scratching. Through the metal grid, a figure can be seen watching. This is Giblet. He doesn't come out. He observes. Then suddenly, he disappears, only to reappear further ahead. Almost like he's guiding the player. The player follows him into a storage sector filled with broken containment units. Labels read, "Discarded experiments." Some containers are torn open from the inside. Giblet was one of them. When the player gets closer, Giblet doesn't attack. He twitches, moves erratically, as if something inside him is fighting for control. He tries to speak, but only fragments come out.
You're not... You're the one they've been talking about! The one who put Mommy in the grinder? Who gave the cat a nap? Down here.
A security system suddenly activates. Doors lock. Alarms echo through the corridor. The path forward is blocked. Giblet appears again and points toward an alternate route. Not saving, just showing a way out. As the player moves forward, mechanical sounds echo behind. Something activates. The player turns back. Giblet is gone. No body, no trace, like he was taken. The next encounter is different. No shadows, no hesitation. The player enters a large control room. The lights turn on, all at once. And in the center of the room, Chum is standing, still watching. Unlike Giblet, Chum speaks clearly. Calm voice, controlled tone. He immediately offers help. He explains how to restore power, how to unlock the next section where the player needs to go. Chum knows too much, the layout, the systems, the dangerous zones. He's not just surviving here, he understands this place. At a critical moment, the player reaches a hazardous section. Chum stops. He gives instructions, but doesn't follow. And when things escalate, he disappears. Not forced, chosen. Later, his voice is heard again, not in the room, through the speakers, which means Chum is not just moving through the factory, he's connected to it. The player enters a long corridor decorated like a children's area. Everything is quiet. At the far end, a figure stands still. Lily Lovebraids. She doesn't move. The player walks closer. Lights flicker, and she's gone. The door behind the player slams shut. A sound moves through the vents. Then, she appears behind him and attacks.
Are our dear guests bored? Bored of little Tilly Lily? Why don't we play a game? Upstairs, there's a sweet little nursery. When I sing a pretty song, you can walk there. But when I'm quiet, you have to stop. Follow the path to the prize.
The player is overpowered. Next scene, the player is restrained. Poppy is captured. Kissy Missy is also held. This is not random. This is controlled capture. Lily doesn't rush. She observes, maintains control. No panic, no chaos.
In his favorite. I think she's a little asking Annie. Oh, she is a little asking Annie. Oh, please take me out of my case.
The player manages to escape. A chase begins. But Lily doesn't just follow. She blocks exits, predicts movement, uses the environment. The player activates a mechanism. Lily gets trapped, crushed, torn apart. Not instantly, piece by piece. Even while breaking, she keeps moving until she finally stops. At this point, the pattern is clear. Giblet, a failed experiment. Chum, an adaptive survivor. Lily, a controlled weapon. These are not random monsters. They are stages of what the factory created. And if something like Lily can act with purpose, then someone is controlling all of it. And in the next part, the player will face it.